Okay, we're now heading to our Xcode and to our application, and we'll delete the post using our app. To delete the post, we'll need a new button which is used by the Facebook, which will be Options button. Okay, we're going back to our Xcode project. We'll head to the Assets, and here I created a button which is for the options to be an options button. So we'll simply drag this three icon to the assets, and immediately in the attributes inspector we'll select it to be not a default, it must be a template image. So since you dragged your files and they are in your folder, you can remove these files from the desktop. Okay, so we will now head to our main storyboard because we'll have to create one more additional button. Okay, so we are heading to the home view controller. This is our main storyboard. That is the view controller, which is our home view controller. Okay, I'll make a one click on the table view. I'll just scroll it down. And here, among the objects, I'll find a new object, which will be a button. So I'll put this button, I'll elevate it something like this. Okay, I'm now going to Attribute Inspector, and I'm removing the title button. And as a background image, I will put Options image. Okay, so I will drag it a little right to this top and right invisible uh, layout constraints. Okay, so I will now put top and right constraints, and I will add constraints. Okay, so this label, I will just simply resize its trailing constraint. I will just make it like this, and I'll release this. Then we are opening this left panel, clicking this yellow button to update our constraints. So this is a full name. We write simply, we select update constraints. Done. Then we are adding, this is actually an optional. We will use fixed leading constraints, and for the same, this is for the comments button. It's fine, it's just for the security reason. Okay, so we have added this button, and here the layout is 25, 25 height and width. Then we got 369 x horizontal position and 11 for the vertical position, because we need now to add another button for the pictured cell. So I'll add this button. Then we're going to Attribute Inspector. I will delete this title, and as the background image, I'll select Options. Okay, so as we see, we need to align them to be looking exactly the same. So I put it like this, and in the size inspector, 369 here, I believe it must be 11. Yes, here in the first case it's 11, so I will just simply resize it to be equal. Then I will add constraints top and right, because we want it to be fixed to the top right corner. Okay, then again here I'll resize this label like this, and I will update constraints. Very good. So we select these buttons, we're going to the attribute inspector, and the tint color will select dark gray color because this is the color which we're using in our front end guidelines. Okay, and for the pictured cell also dark gray color. Beautiful. Now we will create an outlet connection for this button. So select your button, let's say for the no pictured cell, and we will call now Assistant Editor right at the top. So make sure that your button got selected, that is the one. And here, let's navigate to the no picture cell. Here, right after the comments button, hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag it, and release it here. So that will be our options button. We're making the outlet connection in order to access this button in the code. Whenever we will write the code for this variable, it will directly affect our object. The same we're doing for the pictured cell button. So select your pictured cell options button, then go to pick cell.swift class, scroll it down, and here insert it right after the comments. You can drag it simply from here, but there is a chance that you must select, let's say, constraints. So that's why I would advise to the beginner select it from the left panel. Left panel, hold Ctrl left mouse to drag from the button here and give the same name, options button. Very good. So now we will be heading to our home view controller. Okay. we will now create an action connection. So go to my storyboard, select your button, and call Assistant Editor, and go automatically to Home VC. Select from the no pictured cell. Let's scroll right to the bottom, and hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag it as a last function, and here make it of type action and write options button underscore clicked and enter. The same connection we're doing from the pictured cell options button. Hold Ctrl left mouse click, drag it to the function which we have got now created and release. So both of these buttons will execute this function. This function will be responsible and will be called when options button has been clicked. Okay, so we're now heading to the home view controller. Okay, as a first and initial step, we want whenever we will click the options button, we want the below we want alert view to appear, then it will give us the option delete the post. Okay, this is what we want to do, and here we will write let alert equals to UI alert controller, open the round brackets, title I will keep nil and the message will be nil, preferred style will be action. And then we will create a button which will be delete button. Let delete equals to UI alert action, open the round brackets, title write delete post, style let's make it destructive, completion handler means when we click delete button what will be executed, and in the round brackets here make action, so or you can write delete, this will access this action. Okay, here we will just print out deleted, and then we will create definitely cancel cell, let cancel equals to UI alert action, open the round bracket, select the method with a title will write cancel, style we will select cancel, and nil, no completion handler. And we will just now assign these two buttons to the action. Okay, we will write alert dot add action delete, then we write alert dot add action cancel. Okay, and finally we want to present this alert. Present alert animated true with no completion handler. Here we are creating action sheet. Here we are creating delete button. Here we are creating cancel button. And here we are assigning buttons to the sheet, and here we are showing action sheet. Okay, we can now build and run this, and we can see how it's gonna work. It's building in my case. Okay, so that is the one. Here we have an options button. I'll click on this, and here it gives me an option. Delete, and it shows me deleted. And we can cancel this as well. So this is what exactly we wanted. Okay, and that's really brilliant. And there is one more thing that some of you might want to make it the color of this like button, the Facebook color. What we can do is we will now search for the Facebook icon. That is the one, for example. And we will now find a tool which is for the color picking. So as you see here, the red color, these values, red is 59, green is 87, and the blue is 157. 59, 87, 157. Okay, so what we can do now, we will search for the like button in the home VC. Let's click Command F and let's find like button. Okay, like button here, we need to make it for the for example, when we will just click this, then now we want to make it of the blue color. This was the latest update of the Facebook. Okay, we can write here cell.like button dot tint color equals to UI color. Open the round bracket, select the method with the red, green, and blue. It was 59, 87, and 157. So here we will write 59 out of 255, then 87 out of 257, and 157, I believe so. Yeah. And then here we'll write 157 out of 255 and alpha equals 1. Okay, it is unliken, then we want to return the color back. So for the unlike, when we make tint cell.like button dot tint color equals to dot dark gray color, or you can write UI color dot dark gray. The same, I will just copy this code, I will just copy the content and I will search for the next, and here I will put the same, and here I will put the same, and here I will put the same. Okay, beautiful. And here I will, for the setting it, I will just make it like this. So whenever we set the icon, when we click on the like button, so I want it to change the color as well. So we can now taste our, here must be UI color, dark gray color. And here we need to declare this as well. Here it's showing yeah, we need to close the closures. Here also we need to close the closures. So the main idea, whenever we will change the icon of the button, we want it to change the tint color as well. Here we missed it. Here we need to insert this as well. So the main idea, whenever we change the icon, we want to change the tint color as well. So in my case, I believe I have done this everything. So I'll now build and run our project. And everything must work very well. So as the next step, what we will do is we will write the HTTP request to be sent to the server in order to delete it, because right now we have been writing the front end and the user interface. Here we'll remove cell.like button because here we're directly accessing the like button from here, and like button underscore clicked function. And while sending the HTTP request, we'll have to get the ID of the certain cell. We will get the ID of the certain cell using the index path row, and by accessing the index path and using this tag method. Okay, so let's like some of the post. Okay, we must do it vice versa. So we just need to change the colors. For the like, it must be this Facebook color, and for the unlike, it must be um, dark gray color. What I will do, I'll just now select like button dot tint color, and I will search for this, and we can easily replace this like that. So something like this. So for the like button, we must write the Facebook color. Here we go. Here, yeah, here we need to change as well. Or what you can do is, if you want, you can create your new variable, which will be a color, a brand color, and you can just play with this color and define the most suitable color for yourself. Some people maybe they would like light blue, or some people they might like a red color, whatever you prefer. But Facebook is using its brand color. Okay, finally it got built. So now it looks better. So like that. Brilliant. And here we have this delete post options. So that is amazing, guys. So let's go now delete our post from the front end and from the back end.